Hello everyone, this video is about CBT, Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, and MBSR, which is something I'm just learning about. And the reason why I'm doing research on this lately is because I'm finding that the only real support network that I have at the moment is my husband and my osteopath, Emmanuel. I'm not finding that my doctor is a real support for me. So I only really have two people. And I'm finding that that's not really enough for this kind of healing process that I'm going through. So I'm also getting some wonderful guidance from you guys out there, from my subscribers. And it's amazing because when I first started doing these videos, couple of years ago, I never thought that you guys out there would become a support for me and that it would be so helpful for this process that I'm going through. I just thought, you know, I'm going to be sharing my experience and what's happened with me. But then, you know, sometimes I turn on my internet in the morning and there I have another message from a subscriber saying all these wonderful things about how much of a support I am for them, just by literally me talking about me. And keep doing it, they're saying, and some people are saying, have you thought about this, have you thought about that? And I ponder things through and I'm like, no, I haven't. And then you know, I'm getting all these links sent through of things I can research further, and you know, it's speeding up the process of healing, because without all of this information from you guys out there, I wouldn't know where to go next, really, because I live in the middle of nowhere, and it's quite hard to find people that speak English. Not that I necessarily need that, but anyway, moving on to CBT. So I'm starting to notice that, especially with this kind of me being really open energetically, that inevitably we communicate within our lives, not just verbally but in lots of other ways. And I'm finding that very quickly, like a little conversation or a comment made by someone or from me, or you know, even though that I'm using a lot more non-violent communication techniques in my life, and I'm finding that really powerful and really positive and beneficial, that I can very quickly feel more negative or spiral downwards, and it can just happen in an instant, and I feel like I don't have any control over that change from up to down, and even with all the help that my husband gives, which I also am very grateful for, you know, sometimes he just holds my hand, or you know, he does so many different things to help me, but I feel like I need to learn new techniques to help myself, so that I can deal with it. I can do something to help myself in that moment, and not always look to other people for that. I need to find it within myself, and I think that CBT, Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, can be one of those things that would train me and teach me new tricks on how to think differently and adapt my internal voice, as it were. So this is me kind of making my support system broader, and I've written new ways to cope, react, accept, change what I experience in life. And then MBSR stands for mindfulness-based stress reduction. And at the very beginning, when I just had my first episode, nearly 7 years ago, I did mindfulness-based cognitive therapy in Oxford, which is, I think, probably one of the guys that started it, and you know, the craze that's travelling around the world. I actually did it with that group in Oxford, just next to the Wanford Hospital where I was admitted, and that was really good. But I don't know if that's something that I should go towards. I need to do more research on that, because there's a lady not too far away from me that does it here, and she speaks English. I live in France, by the way, so for me that's a bonus. because I think when it's about communication verbally, I'd like to be able to do that in my mother tongue rather than in French. She's called Soulet, and she lives in Nimes, which is spelled Nimes. So yeah, it is 3.5 hours away, but I was thinking maybe I could see her once for a long session and then we could work on Skype together. I don't know. I'll see if that's my one option or my best option, or maybe I can Skype with people in England or USA. I don't know. I've still got to figure that out.